And how do you know JT?
JT, let's see, I stumbled across him 14 years ago. Wow. The summer of 1995. Is that 14? Yes, 14 years ago. And we struck up a bit of a friendship, you might say, and have kept in close touch since then.
You guys have been together for a long time.
You know what God has joined together? Let no man pull asunder.
Yeah. So you had the story you were going to tell.
Well, there was this time when I was a big basketball guy in college, right? Always playing ball. And JT, although not a lot of people know this about him, is not heavily athletic. Although a heck of a first baseman when it comes to slow pitch softball. And so we decided to hang out one Saturday afternoon, kill some time, go to the gym. And I was highly competitive. We went in to play a few games of 21. So we got in there, and we're playing, man, and we're going at it. And I'm working up a sweat, and I'm beating him like a rented mule, you know. And I wasn't taking advantage at all of my 18-inch height advantage or anything else that I had over him. And we're just playing, and I don't know, we're like on our third game of 21. I'm just killing them, and I'm highly competitive, and JT's just waiting for it all to be over. And anyways, we're like on our third game or something. I remember we were just playing, and we're like, all right, this is the last game. You know, we killed like an hour and a half or whatever. We're going to be done. So we're going at it, and I'm killing them again, and I'm taking jumpers and blah, blah, blah. I get the ball up top, and I do my little, you know, triple threat thing, and I go to the rack, and I think I pulled up for a jumper, and I missed it, and JT got the rebound. And all of a sudden, like he had been playing almost in slow motion the whole game, right? Then all of a sudden, he takes off like a fireball. Like his shorts were on fire. And he goes right to the rim and he lays it in. And I was like, whoa, what is that? So I get the ball and I go to take it out, and all I hear is, better be sure! Better be sure! He's spitting on me, and he's doing, and his little flat chucks are pounding on the pitter-patter on the hardwood, and I'm like, what in the world? I go to take off, and he strips the ball from me, and he's taking, and for the next 3 minutes, this man goes like his life depends on every basket. All of a sudden, I'm sweating. I can't feel my legs. I can't get oxygen in my temples. He's going around me right. He's going left. He's got the jumper, the finger roll. I think he dunked once. I mean, it's the most phenomenal just basketball ability I've seen since Jordan dropped like 66 on the Celtics. And I'm exhausted, and I can't contain him. I mean, this little, minute person who I've, you know, held in check for these hours is killing me. And as we're going, and he's got the ball, and all of a sudden he takes a shot, and it rims off, and I chase it down because now I'm competitive. I'm just playing for my competitive life. And I turn around, and I see JT laid out on the court, and he's just wheezing. And I walked up to him, and I'm like, dude, are you all right? He's like, give me a minute. I'm done, dude. I'm done. Game over. And I'm like, what do you mean game? We haven't finished. You've been screaming, better be sure, at me for like 4 minutes. You've been going crazy. What is going on? So finally, JT gets his breath, and I help him up, and I'm like, dude, and he's like, I'm done, dude. I'm done. I can't play anymore. Let's call it a game. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you just went crazy. What happened there? You were killing me. And he was like, didn't you notice, dude? There was like 3 freshman girls that just walked in the gym on that side. They were watching us play the whole time. And I was like, first, I'm so angry because he made me look bad in front of these hotties, right? And then second, no, I'm still angry about that. But then I was just like, dude, you didn't even tell me so I could play hard. You abused me in front of these 3 chicks. So that's, you know, that's being JT's friend. That's really what it's about. You'll never forget those times, and you'll never forget, better be sure! Better be sure!
That's trash talk at the best, man.
Yeah, no, listen. Hey, I started missing, so, I mean, I can't complain. You know what? I don't think it was because of the ponytail was hitting me in the face either. Like, I think it was other reasons that I was missing my jumpers that day.
Well, you put up a good fight.
Well, hey, listen. I had an 18-inch advantage. You had Chucks on, though.
That's true.
I mean, no support, no cushion, spikes on the inner sole, and yet you just played your little heart out.
That's for sure. I thought I won that game though. I thought I didn't.
Well, I think we quit, dude. I mean, you were up. I ain't gonna lie, you were beating me, and I think you were just like, I can't go on anymore, because I remember like having to carry you like fireman style back to the dorm because you were just so exhausted. And I did it even though you had embarrassed me in front of the 3 hotties. I did it anyways. So.
You know, it never worked out for me in either of those 3 hotties.
I don't even think we ever found out who they were or what their names were.
No, I think one of them was a blonde.
Oh, well, all we do know is they think you're one heck of a basketball player, and they think I'm a stiff.
Let's let it stay.
I'm a Sean Bradley of East Texas Baptist University.
So I don't know about all that, but I do know this. All the trash talk I ever learned in the world, I learned from that guy. So for what that's worth. Like this, for example. Do you know what the worst 5 words in basketball are? Is that all you got? Worst 5 words. Like you're playing against somebody and they are clearly trouncing you. They're clearly better than you. And they start talking trash to you on the court and you're giving it everything you got, but you're wearing down and they're just dominating the game. They're ruling you. And then they say the most painful thing in history to you on the court. They say, hey, man, is that all you got? And you're like, yeah. Well, there's this principle in life that kind of goes like this. Basically, if somebody throws everything they've got at you, if somebody takes their best shot at you, if somebody gives it all they've got at you, and you're still standing, then you're able to basically say to them, hey, man, is that all you got? At that point, it's pretty obvious that you win, right? I mean, they've given their best effort against you. You've taken it, and it hasn't defeated you. It's pretty simple life principle, and I think something we can all agree on. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Well, basically, here's what I think. I think that's exactly what happened to Jesus on the cross. Think about it. He was arrested. He was betrayed. He was denied by his friends. He was falsely accused. He was whipped, tried, convicted, beaten, stripped. He was punched. He was mocked. His beard was pulled out. Thorns were placed on his head. He was paraded in front of everybody in public. He was embarrassed. He was ridiculed. He was humiliated. He was abandoned by all of his friends. He was nailed through the hands and feet, speared in the side, lifted up on a stick, naked in public, where he died. He took about everything that the enemy, the devil, could possibly throw at him. He endured all those abuses, all that embarrassment, unfairness, and death. And then 3 days later, he got back up from it, and he basically said to the enemy, is that all you got?